If you read Torah, there's no mention about Son, Father, Holy Ghost. So when were they created? If they were from the very beginning, why didn't any of the old prophets in the Old Testament mention about it? So I just want to get this clarified.
Yes, thank you. Well, the passage you're quoting is from Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. It's distinctive to Matthew. Matthew's gospel is the one that emphasizes that Jesus' followers need to follow the Torah. It's interesting because the Apostle Paul says just the opposite. He says that a person can't be made right with God by following the Torah. And in Matthew, Jesus says his followers have to follow the Torah. And so that is an interesting issue. The question about what do you do about the fact that the Torah doesn't mention Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, of course, that's exercised theologians for centuries. Back when they were developing the doctrine of the Trinity, they had to deal with it. And they came up with solutions to that by modern standards, I think would be seen as creative. They came up with solutions to that by modern standards, I think would be seen as creative. When God says, "Let us make man in our own image," who's he talking to? Right? Well,
and then also when God says, "We will create man in our image, male and female, we will make man." Male and female, in his image, and then it goes to plurality once again. Multiple times plurality in the Godhead.
So there are passages that in the Torah that were used to support Christian theology. But of course, other people might say, well, these are interpretations of the passage that aren't really the interpretations that they would have had for their first readers. Yeah.
Concept of the Trinity only came up after Christians already accepted the deity of Jesus. It was an effort, a philosophical effort to justify something they believed already, an absurdity they believed already. To believe a man is God, they had to come up with an idea of the Trinity. It wasn't that they first came up with the idea of the Trinity and then they said, oh, Jesus is the one that fits into the Trinity. Before Jesus came to the world, no one thought of the Trinity. So the Trinity is an excuse for idolatry.